And the problem is Dr. Eric Pianka is a biologist, and he's got a bunch of microbiologists that graduated out from under him that sent me threatening emails with links to their graduate papers where they said they want to kill everybody. And then you Google them, and you see them in white lab coats, and they're working at bioweapons labs. I mean, we got people saying they want to kill us working in bioweapons labs. They don't want to kill the Ruskies. They don't want to kill the Chicoms. They don't want to kill the Arabs. I know a lot of you good old boys, have been dehumanized. And you didn't know when you dehumanize somebody else, you get dehumanized? Oh, yeah. This is for you. And they're going to kill you. They're going to kill you, and they're going to kill your family. And that's why nothing really matters to me anymore, other than saving people. The species matters. I'm not worried about being killed. I'm not worried about being arrested or set up or taken to prison. I only keep my nose clean in everything I do so they don't have an excuse to come after me. And so if they do come after me, it'll be a total setup. And I'm ready. I am honored. I mean, if I knew it would save 1 million people right now, folks, I'd jump into a meat grinder. Wouldn't think 5 seconds. Save 1 million children. Jump in that meat grinder. Boom. I'd kill myself just like that. Okay? And I wouldn't even call it killing myself. I mean, to stop those children being hurt. I will not be part of this crap. And I want that to be clear right now, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that the species is what's important. My only fear is now for the species. God almighty, folks, you just cannot imagine how evil the forces are we're dealing with here. They love destroying life. They love destroying and wrecking everything that's good. And none of the real environmental issues are being addressed, ladies and gentlemen. They got corn and wheat and stuff growing that's got every type of genetic engineered organism in it. It's spreading all over, all sorts of illnesses and sicknesses. I mean, we're screwed, folks. I mean, it's already devastation. The earth is already devastated by what they've done, and we don't even imagine what they're doing we don't know about. Yeah, now I'm not too worried about my hair falling out anymore. Now I'm not too worried about what people think of me. I watch these yuppies walk into restaurants or something. They're all real insecure, so they act real tough and cool. Or the general public, you see poor folks that feel real insecure about themselves when they come in places, Who cares, man? We're on a giant rock planetoid with a tiny, thin atmosphere, hurtling through space with psycho-scientists running the planet, bringing in tyranny. I'm like the guy at the end of the Body Snatchers going, you're in danger! We've got to fight it! And people are going, shut up, crazy man! I swear it's deadly! I've interviewed all the top scientists! It's killing you! It's hurting you! Oh, shut up! I love GMO! And I'm like, no, please! They're psychos! Their own documents! Look! Oh, I bet there's documents! And I can't believe I'm the cutting edge, the front, the tip of the spear. I don't have some big giant image of myself. I'm just a normal person who read history, studied history, happened to run into history. I read history because it was entertaining. It was interesting. My mom was a history major, so when I was growing up, I cracked a history book. Every page was jam-packed with action-packed info. And this wasn't fiction. This was real. So I learned how government worked, and then I went to college, and they lied and said that wasn't how it worked, and told me world government was good, and then I'd see CNN telling me world government didn't exist at night. Then at school, they'd tell me world government was good. And then I found out who the world government is, that they want to kill us, and they constantly talk about it. And then I learned that top scientists give speeches where they say they want to kill 90% of us at least, and they get standing ovations with the scientists crying. This is a cult, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, kill everyone. Oh, it's so, oh, God. And then I criticize them, so I get their graduate students going, here's my paper on humans being a parasite. I can't wait till we're all dead. By the way, I work in a bioweapons laboratory. I mean, can you understand what we're facing? They want to kill us, and they're in bioweapons labs. And they're building 36 level 4 bioweapons labs under BioShield. They know that potatoes they approved 15, 20 years ago were killing the guinea pigs and rats they fed them to. They know the aspartame killed at least half of the baby monkeys they gave it to when they approved it back in the 80s. They knew Prozac caused massive increases in suicide and psychopathic activities. Now we force them to put it on the label. It'll stop your depression. It'll make you want to kill your family. It'll make you want to go shoot the school up. All of this is going on. This is diabolical by design. And when you know this, I feel like the guy, the doctor in Body Snatchers, where, he goes in and starts telling the police department, listen, something is going on. Something bad is happening. And that's how folks felt in Nazi Germany when it was leading up to it, to the really bad times in the late 30s, early 40s. That's how people throughout history feel. And so this is an analogy, but the crises that we face in the real world are comparable, but it's our own species who believes, the elite believe they're a new species, they believe eugenics, that they're going to make this God race. It's the Brave New World system. That's what the UN has said they want. And and they believe it's their right to kill us. They believe it's their right to euthanize us, to sterilize us, as they've been caught adding sterilization compounds to the tetanus shots worldwide, and the HIV's been declassified, bioweapon. It's part of the advanced cancer warfare program in the 70s. It's a cancer virus. All of this is going on. It's just a cancer virus that attacks T lymphocytes, which are basically the generals or the commanders of your white blood cells. They go out and command the forces. They program everybody. And we know this is going on. We know they're already using soft kill weapons on us. We know we've gone from 1 in 33 with cancer 50 years ago to 1 in 3. We know we've gone from 1 in 500, depending on the study, higher with diabetes to now 1 in 5. We know that our life expectancy's gone down. They have infant mortality has gone down. There's been less of that, so if you take that out of the equation, the fact that babies survive more often, in the past around a third of the children would die, then we're living about 15 years less on average. All of this is happening, and I go to urban warfare drills 12 years ago, 11 years ago, 10 years ago. I witnessed Marines with role players hired in California, in Maryland, all over the country. People send me footage from everywhere, with Marines walking up with machine guns telling people, turn your cameras off. Then the local news says, oh, it's just a drill, but then they're actually arresting people in the town. They're working with the local Boy Scouts to tattle on their neighbors and do mock gun confiscations, and the local Boy Scouts on video go out and help identify militia members. And they have role players playing the part of U.S. patriots. And then I bring you the footage of all of this, and people can't believe it. Oh, no, that's fake footage. Those helicopters landing and those troop-carrying ships and those thousands of Marines, that's fake. Now they announce, oh, yes, we're going to put 20,000 Army and 5,000 Marines and just to start on the streets. And, yes, under the John Ward Defense Authorization Act, it's to engage the American people. And the Army War College comes out and says, our new rules of engagement is to fight the American people. NORTHCOM is a theater of operations. Madoff has stolen close to $100 billion. Turns out he's a front man for big banks. All the big banks are involved. It's all a Ponzi scheme. Social Security is, the new money pays for the people that first invested. Everything's a fraud. Wall Street set up the CIA in 47 out of the Ivy League. They openly set it up to bring in narcotics, to launder the money, to run these scams, fractional reserve banking. These private families issue the currency. They control everything. They're telling Congress we're under martial law. Bloomberg has the headline that War Powers Act has been declared and that Congress is now under martial law. And people just go on about their business like it's normal.